setting yourself up for success. Another time management skill is kind of a backup plan, is be aware of the restaurants, corner stores, grocery stores, places that provide food that are on your chosen path. For me, when I leave my house, I know between the gym where I work and my home in Mission Valley what foods I can get along the way and what foods I can get on my lunch hour and what foods are going to be on the way home. So that means that if I do leave my house without my lunch bag, I already have planned ahead, which is a form of time management, what I can eat along the way. So, women are a little bit different in this category than men. It's my experience, this is not necessarily a fact or a scientific study, but in my 25-year practice as a certified sports nutritionist and a personal trainer, women put their children first, their partner second, their jobs third, and often themselves last. And if there's other stuff that are important, it's usually in front of that woman. Now, I'm not saying that that's true of all women. I mean, women come a long way, baby. You remember that commercial? Yeah. But be aware, on the totem pole of life, where are you? Male or female? How many things are more important than feeding yourself, taking care of yourself, and moving your body with regularity? Now here's a food for thought, excuse me, but if you're not taking care of yourself, who takes that burden on? So if you're a mother and you have 2 young children, and you're busy feeding them and feeding your husband and taking care of your boss and doing all those things, and you claim to have the perpetual busy disease where you're low on the priorities and not feeding yourself and not getting your workouts in, and you start to gain weight over a period of time. Weight gain is associated with cardiovascular disease, diabetes, stroke, joint issues, poor self-esteem, and on and on and on. Blood pressure, high triglycerides. There are so many diseases that we get from not taking care of ourselves. So, as this person who has chosen not to take care of herself or himself gains weight over time, the likelihood that they're going to fall into disease at some point is pretty high. You've given that gift to your family. Sounds harsh, but it's true. So, care for yourself first. In the airplane, they tell you to put the oxygen mask on yourself before you put it on your child, your infant. The first time I saw that, it kind of gave me the willies. It felt weird. But I mean, it took a nanosecond for me to get it, because obviously if the adult is not there because you can't breathe, the child isn't there either. So that's a very strong analogy. Keep that one in mind. We need to see ourselves as worth taking care of, because that's what food and exercise and all these different services and opportunities provide for you. Food is one of the highest forms of self-care, and movement really is a gift. And I put that on a screen at a personal growth seminar that I was giving. And most of the people in the audience knew each other. And one lady stood up and says, "I don't get it. What do you mean food is the highest form of self-care and movement is a gift?" And there was a lady in the audience, and I still get choked up, and I think I shared this with Victoria. She stood up and she turns to the other lady and she says, "Why don't you ask my daughter Cassie? She's a quadriplegic in a wheelchair and never will walk again." I really didn't expect that kind of support, but it really drove the point home. And I bet you that every single person in that seminar will never forget that, because that was pretty powerful. So on a more positive note, you guys are all worth it. You're worth feeding, you're worth moving, you're worth having fun in the process. So enjoy the journey. So as you go through the journey, choose positive thoughts. Positive words, they support your positive action steps to health and fitness. So if I'm thinking, "Oh, I've got every diet under the sun and I'm just never going to lose the weight," guess what? The universe supports you. Use positive affirmations. Yes, I will lose the weight. Yes, I will be healthy. Yes, I will win my competition. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I am. I am doing. I am being. Positive affirmations. If you need support in that area, one of the things that I did for myself, because I went through an angry time in my life, and I took a class called Basic with PSI Seminars. And excuse me for the commercial, but I'm just telling you what I did for me. And if you want to look them up online, it's psiseminars.com. I went there angry. I felt like something had been done to me, a great injustice. And I walked around for a very, very long time angry about it, and people were seeing me as an angry person. Well, I was very public at that time, not just giving seminars to groups of people, but I was in the magazines as a professional bodybuilder. I mean, I didn't want the world to see me as a negative person. So I took a personal growth class to learn how to change my thinking about my situation. And it was very life-altering for me. So even though I went there for an issue of anger, I've learned to think a lot more positive and use positive thoughts and affirmations and words to support not only my action to living in a fit body and a healthy body, but in other areas of my life too. So it really was life-altering.
Basically, you're saying very friendly, you're saying you wish you had that.
Pretty much.
Not dissimilar to I saw and my job from her.
So cool. Yeah. Yeah. Take his class. He knows what he's talking about. Hire a personal trainer. Now, women, no offense guys, but women do ask for directions more than men do. They really do. So, they usually hire trainers more than men do. I see men go in the gym. Sorry guys, I'm trying to make it funny. Men pop out of the womb, told to wear blue. They're told that they're not supposed to cry. They're told they're supposed to go to war, that they're supposed to be strong. And when they walk into World Gym, that's what they do. They don't ask for directions. They are the ones that are doing the bicep curls and the block walking at the same time. When you see the women, they're in there with the 5-pound dumbbells, looking around to make sure no one's really watching. And when I give them the 8-pound dumbbells, they go, oh, I'm looking for sex, I can't do that. And then I haven't even put the dumbbells in their hand yet. Now that's a bit of an exaggeration, but if I can get real concrete, women do hire the trainers. Women do listen well when they hire trainers. The male clients that I have are good listeners as well. But why do I have 70% female in my personal training business and about 30% men? A lot of men tell me, they'll come to me for nutrition guidance and say, oh no, I don't need you as a trainer. I know what I'm doing in the gym. I've been in the gym for X amount of time. Well, I keep that in mind, and when I'm in the gym and I see them, I watch out of the corner of my eye. They're not just doing, this. Their posture, technique, range of motion is usually compromised on most of their movements. And weight is very heavy to the male lifter. So the female will open her mind to holding on and doing a deep knee bend all the way down and all the way up. A guy will go into the squat rack and put 3 plates on each side and do this and say, hey, I'm strong. But if he did this, he wouldn't get up with those 3 plates.
Oh, wow.
So ask for directions, ask for support. Choose those positive thoughts. In part, is asking for support. We're not supposed to do it all by ourselves, whatever the it is. It's okay. It's not a sign of